Enough. That's enough. That's enough. A sufficient intro. I say sufficient. Mediocre. Tip him if you wish, but I get everything he gets. It's all mine. That's what happens when I find you in a puddle of your own piss in Temple Bar. Enough of the little one. Ohio gozaimasu. Welcome to Peinteingu, brother Desmondu. I was mulling over that. I was like, I swear to God, I was lying in bed thinking about how funny it'd be if you made a fucking TV show and the premise was every episode, the show follows a new guy called Desmond who's being hunted down by a guy called the Desmond Hunter Bear. Or just the Desmond Hunter. Leave the bear out. Well, how funny would that be? It's like every episode is just a new random dude called Desmond. And he's trying not to get murdered by this. Simple things make me laugh. I was lying in bed laughing about that. Like, how funny would that be? It'd be like, instead of Dexter, it's called Desmond. And like, on the face of it, most people would be like, oh, it's like somebody's take on Dexter or something. Like, then you start watching it, and it's like the first episode, it's like a black guy called Desmond and gets killed somehow by this hunter dude. And like, how funny it'd be if the hunter was like similar to the guy. You remember the fella at a Jumanji? What was that? What was that fucker's name? The hunter at a Jumanji. I can't think of it. Lord something. I don't know. Welcome, brother Scouseborough, to Peinteingu. How are you, my brother? The Desmond Hunter has a pet bear. Oh, that'd be so fucking funny. Like, How like Van Pelt, that's the one, yeah. Van Pelt. Do you imagine how funny it'd be if you had a dude called the Desmond Hunter and he's like vaguely designed around like aesthetically and kind of like characteristically designed around Van Pelt out of Jumanji, and he just hunts random niggas, like not just black fellas. Like I just say niggas, like in case YouTube wonders or whatever. I just say niggas like I say bitches. Like I call my bushes bitches and I call my brothers niggas. It used to be so funny when like we were younger and we'd all be talking like we're black, but we're a bunch of white lads. Like so fucking funny. Like, but that's what happens when you watch a bunch of like black stand up comedy. Like you just the lingo permeates your vocabulary. Um, Niggas as the pejorative. But like it's just how funny would it be? It's just like this guy is just hunting random chaps called Desmond in various scenarios. Like like every episode is a different guy called Desmond, and it's about like and like think about it, it'd actually be cool because like you could do it where like he doesn't get all of them. Like some episodes he fails to kill the Desmond, and then slowly over time the Desmonds like start like figuring shit. Like one of the Desmonds figures it out and starts tracking down other Desmonds and is like, Desmond, and it's like, yes, do I know you? And he's like, I'm Desmond, you're Desmond. You're in grave danger. You just make up a fucking like a ridiculous like that show would be fucking funny. If you did it right, that show would be fucking funny, like, you know. Oh, it'd be fucking brilliant. Right. Oh my god, I got cotton mouth already. I need to stop smoking so much before stream and drink more water. Oh Jesus. Defender sip. Those were actually sips. I say sips sometime and I'm there like fucking like hurling the water into me, like whacking the agua into me. Missed this stream, boss. That's what I like to see in the chats. You should like go back and fucking. You should go back and watch the other one I did on. Was it yesterday? The day before yesterday? I don't even fucking know. I finally got internet, and I was just like, right, let's fucking do it. Like so, all next week. Like so. Oh, hold on. I'll do this. I'll do it properly. I'll do it properly, right? Before I make an announcement for Peinteingu, there must be tunes. And I want to know if he's like, I actually want to start figuring shit out. Because now that I have internet, I can like do shit reliably and stuff. So I'm gonna be sticking on the same tunes I used to stick on and stuff. But I want to fine tune the sound if I can. How's that? Is that coming in all right? Because I have the speaker closer now, and I might turn it down and see how we go. Because I don't want to be roaring all the time, especially if I'm going to be doing this every day. My throat will be in bits. So just let me know how the sound is, or whatever the good general meaning is. Yeah, like I'm one of those chaps that use like shit for everything. Like how many shit over there? Like throws the shit. Like, do you know what I mean? And they took the piss out of that. Was it one of the Fridays? Or was it Don't Be a Menace? I can't remember where she's like, how many shit on the shelf? And he like turns around and like goes over to the shelf and there's like a spice rack. And one of the things literally just is labeled shit. Like, you know, like, I think Owen's right. Like I think his specials, like, you know, there's change coming, like, you know what I mean? Like I hope my stream becomes like, you know, even a small part of this. Like I don't want a big I don't think I'd be able to handle like all these fans and shit or whatever. Like, oh my god, Peinteingu, I'd be like, fuck off away from me, like. But it is an honor to be a part of this community, and like I do see shit happening, like, and I really want to just like give it a go, you know. I've been doing Peinteingu for fucking like over a year or some shit like that, and I only do it once a week. And shit's about to change, you know. Shit has changed. It's not about to change. You're about to witness the consequence of change because things have changed here on Peinteingu. Let me know how the sound is. Let me know how the sound is. Because here it sounds good, but I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it like I feel it. I want you to feel it in your spine and builds, builds. And I announce the arrival of Peinteingu. 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 Painting you, painting me, painting, painting you, painting me, painting you. It's painting. Ah! I can still throw it around even with no hair, but I missed the top knot. The top knot added flair. And I do want to get a shamisen. But they're like, a decent shamisen's like $1,000. Fuck that. Not yet. In the words of that black fella from Gladiator. Not yet. Not yet. Brother Griffu Beru, welcome to Peinteingu. Fucking episode 69, part 5. We have been on the island, off the coast of the island that's off the island of Comoros, which is off the coast of Africa. But we're not even on the island of Comoros. We're off the coast of Comoros. The coast of Comoros. Reminds me of Coast Contra. I found these lads a while ago. That's why I don't want to feel like I'm shouting over the music all the time. Like sometimes, obviously, when I'm doing the intro, you want it to be like full of energy and shit. But like, I would be like sweating sometimes because I'm just like, so yeah! Fucking, hold on, I tell you the story about the fucking drunk fella in the street there the other day. Ah! And then like 10 minutes later, like, I'm fucking like 2 giant mason jars of water because my fucking throat's in bitch, like ringing the gong, fucking like, oh, the hammer's over there. Bollocks. Well, that didn't work. My knuckle covered in flesh is not what's needed to get the tone from the ding. Ah! Fucking tunes, boy! I fucking miss the tunes. Seriously. I don't know how I was able to stream for as long as I was, but whatever they did, like around here in the last few months in terms of the internet, they like fucked everything up, like straight up, like just lost connection for like, you know, half an hour every day or some shit sometimes. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, I'm gonna put the tunes over there. I don't know. I'm gonna arrange shit. You know, obviously I'll get a better setup over time. I'm gonna get like proper mics and stuff. I want to get one of them mics that I have on me, so I can get like proper ASMR about things sometimes. Like, listen to the strokes. I think it's a hilarious idea. I think that would be such a funny show. I could see it on fucking, like, obviously you wouldn't want it to be on Netflix, but you know what I mean? Like, I could see it just like showing up on a screen, just being like, Desmond, Friday night at 9. Like, and just every episode is just like some chap called Desmond trying not to get killed by some dude who kind of looks like Van Pelt out of Jumanji. He just like shows up out of nowhere with like a blunderbuss or something like, thine fate has arrived, villain! Have at thee! And just like, Jesus Christ! Like, you know, it's just some random nigga called Desmond who works at like a fucking, you know, like a production factory. He's just on a production line, you know, milling away with headphones on or something, like, you know. And like some chap just like bursts into the factory. He's like Terminator. He's like gatting down people with like fucking flintlocks he just like whips out of his jacket and shit, trying to get to this chap. Like, it'd just be so fucking, like, I'd make it way over the top. Like, do you know what I mean? If I'd have directed John Wick, it would have been way more violent. Haven't even seen the last two. There's 4 of them now, isn't there? I don't fucking know. And now they have that thing called the Continental. They really do just fucking like, oh look, a franchise, and just like nom 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 nom. It's fucking like, the greed is palpable. So, well, I was gonna say to recap, but like, how many recaps am I gonna do with the same stream? Like, you know, well, not the same stream, the same painting. Although, like, it is slowly but surely improving. I mean, come on. I mean, when the United States military showed up and started spraying the gravy all over the place. I probably mentioned this on stream before, but there's this hilarious game called fucking Helldivers. It's on the PlayStation. I think it's on other shit as well. Like, I'm not sure. Like, but it's so fucking funny. Where like they'll be like, help us bring liberty to the galaxy. Like, you know what I mean? Like like the way they phrase it and the tone of voice and all is pure like sarcastic and cynical. Like, it's a parody of the United States of America liberating places, because like all you do is show up and just like absolutely glass the place. Like, it's so fun. I love shit like that. Like, we're bringing liberty to, you know, that quadrant of the galaxy, like, and then it just cuts to them bringing liberty and them annihilating a lot of aliens. Like, oh, it's cool though, because like it's not even like the aliens are like civilized, right? Like, it's like aliens from like Starship Troopers. It's just like bugs and shit, like, but it's still hilarious. Like, so funny. Like, anyway, enough of that tangent. There's only fucking like 6 people here, and I'm trying to keep up with the fucking chat. I'll have to get like, is there a mode you can put it in where the chat just like rolls, or do I have to like just not touch the chat ever? Because that kind of sucks. Marcus Dowd Burrow, welcome to Peinteingu. How are you, brother? Are you well? Are you where? Sushi. Hi, sushi. Yeah. Ha. Yeah, I did shit up. Should be something the regular show guys make. But see, that's why I don't like keeping up with the chat sometimes, because I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I've already forgotten. That's like, it would be something I would watch. It'd be something we'd all watch. I just know it in my bones. Like, we'd sit down and watch that because it would be hilarious. It'd be so like Desmond, like, and it's like, just the more you say it, like, the name Desmond just starts becoming hilarious. Stuff like that gets me so bad. Like, brilliant. Like, shit just be happening, bro. So fucking true. To Irosh. Is that the follow-up to Et tu Brute? To Irosh. I better not see you feel it in your kimono. Peinteingu. Feel what? Feel what in my kimono? I feel many things while I'm in this kimono. I've decided that Demon Hunter Bear has a superhero accent. Quite remarkable. He does. He has an amazing voice. Demon Hunter Bear has one of them voices. Like, when you hear it, it's like, how are you not black? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because like white lads don't generally have like really deep voices. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, really deep. Like, even the country ones. Like, do you know what I mean? White lads can still get kind of high. Do you know what I mean? Oh! Like that. Like, I know black lads can do that too. Like, they have all that falsetto shit and stuff. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, it's when you see a big nigga and he's like, you expect that to be real deep. Like, Demon Hunter Bear sounds like he's like 300 pounds and black as the ace of spades. Like, it's fucking hilarious. You have an amazing voice. And the fact that you can do Gollum quite well is impressive, considering you have such a deep voice. Although I have a range of voices. Like when I'm lying down and I'm tired, like I used to just be chilling in the kitchen with the lads, like late at night or some shit. Me mad always say it that like just me being like just me talking like this, like reverberated throughout the house. Defender Geppo. There was a second one, but it has receded. Desmond Hunteru. That's what he should just be called. He should just be called Desmond Hunteru, or Desmond Hunter U. Like U is like a fucking like Desmond Hunter 1, Desmond Hunter 2, and then like it goes all the way to like X and M and C, and it's like U. So he's like the fucking millionth, like Desmond Hunter. Oh, I just really like the idea of like season 2. One of the Desmonds starts like figuring shit out. One of the Desmonds that like survived an attack from the Desmond Hunter. Like he starts finding other Desmonds ahead of time and trying to convince them to like join him. But it'd be so funny because like, how do you not come across like a total psycho? Like, so hold on, he's just hunting people with the name of Desmond. Yeah. Why? I don't know. Like, oh fuck. Right. Speaking of black lads, I still have to put one in this cart. That's what the crack is. That's like the last thing I'll have to do, and then I'll just like whack some random shit or some shit like, and then we'll finally wrap this one up. Ha ha! I fucking miss that tune so much. Like, the only thing I don't fucking miss is these bleeding ads. Yeah, fucking bitch, get off the screen. Jay's sullying my stream with frivolous advertisements. Oh man, yeah, the fucking like the amount of people like Born Bear has a great voice. He would easily get a voice job gig. He's one of them lads that he's got like the golden vocal cords. And then there's loads of people who I've heard like, you know what I mean, like just have like there's just loads of talented people in this community. John Wick minus lesbians and dogs. I've watched. Oh, stuff. There's so many like movies and games where I'd love to like make my own version of them, like, you know, even if it was just like a parody, like paint. Can you guys hear that? Because it's not that loud. Let me know how the audio is on that. And then 45 minutes from now, I'll find out in the chat. America! Fuck yeah! I love that movie. I love that movie so much. How am I not black? I'm 1/4 Puerto Rican, so pretty close. Oh, it'd be so funny if you like pretended for about a week or two to be one of them people that's like, no, like I identify as black, like, you know. Oh, it'd be brilliant. I get myself a bit of a challenge tonight. Hold on, I get my royal rag out. Place it upon my royal knee. Instead of having all the paints beside me, I'm just bringing the basics. So I am going to have to like mix colors on the fly and shit. And I like doing that, even though it is time consuming. So like I don't care if anyone's like, oh, don't do that. I don't give bollocks. It's my stream. Fuck you. Fuck off. I will do what I like. I'll do what I please. And if it pleases you, I will keep doing what I please. Ha 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 ha. Who waits get high. I fucking man, I love the Fridays and all them. Like they're brilliant. Like I love to hear Deminsky say dramatization may not happen. Like one of those things on like was it like not Ripley's Believe It or Not, but like the fucking was it Ripley's Believe It or Not? No, it was the thing with Riker. What was the thing that Riker's was? What was it like something? I can't fucking remember the name of that thing. Scouts, you'll know that. What was the thing that fucking number one? What was he on? Your man Riker. He was on that show where it's like, it's a lie. It's totally false. It's like, what did you think of my fantastic story? I love that chap. He was one of those chaps that just like had great like stage presence. Like had one of them like, hello. And I like that stuff comes across like real cheesy now, but I love it because like I sometimes I love cheese. That's why I like anime. Like some cheese. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, some cheese you can go over the top on the cheese, and you can just be like, ugh, but it'd be so funny. That's so funny. The second I said anime, it just shows up in the chat there. Wishy's not here. The female's not here. She's on holidays with her ma and her sisters. She's off in Spania. She left earlier today. So wish her well. Paint. Wish her a fine tan. She will be gone for the week. And I like that's actually one of the reasons why I was like, grand, fucking female's gone. I'm just gonna do Peinteingu for the week. I'll do like I don't. What do you think? Monday through Thursday, will I do it in the morning? I know the American lads probably won't be able to watch it live and shit, but still be able to just go on YouTube and slap it on. Or Telegram, because fucking sleep deprived bears are localized, weaponized autist. His nerd powers are limitless. But yeah, what do you think? Fucking in the morning, will I keep it to 8 o'clock, 8 till 10 in the evening? Because obviously I don't really want to keep that schedule Monday through Thursday. Friday nights, that's okay because it's the weekend, you know. But if I'm going to be doing it Monday through Thursday, I think I should do it in the morning or lunch, stuff like that. Like. And I think Peinteingu would be hilarious to listen to in the morning, you know, bit energetic, kind of like my version of "Good Morning Vietnam." Like instead of Robin Williams fucking doing CB radio for a lot of soldiers, it's fucking my mad ass doing this for a load of bears. Oh, that's boss. Yeah, Born Bear has a voice like velvet sandpaper. Yeah, well, that's why we got him to do that. He was perfect for that fucking thing we did when we went up the mountains. It's like Squinty's team, you know, like do the A team, no, like Squinty's team. Oh, it was brilliant. Like he has the perfect voice for that shit. Audible but not overpowering. Excellent. That is an excellent state to be in. Excellent. Velvet Sandpaper is my new band name. I love when you say something hilarious and then you're like, oh, that'd make a really funny name for a fucking heavy metal band or something, because those are one of the those are my favorite forms of comedy. Is like themes and like comment threads. Like comment threads can be hilarious. I was reading one the other day and I can't even fucking remember what it was about. But some of the shit people say is just so fucking funny, man. Like leathery rasp. Al has the bass. Indeed he does. He's got that raw. Shit. I can't think who that is. Sleep deprived as a boss top lad. He is. Yeah, mornings would be insane. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd like. Obviously, the fucking Scouse is gonna enjoy mornings because like he'll be working and shit. Like, but I know the American lads won't be able to catch me live. Or will you? 6 hours behind and shit. You guys would probably still be driving around and doing stuff and all at that time and all that. So, I think if I did it like, I don't know. What do you think? Like fucking like. From 10 till 12 or like 11 till 1, shit like that, like from like kind of late breakfast into lunch kind of thing, like so you can listen to me while you're doing stuff and while you're like having a cup of tea and a fucking sandwich or some shit. I don't know, I'll work it out, but I'm gonna keep for the moment anyway. I'll keep Fridays to like 8 till 10 and then we'll work from there. But Peinteingu is officially daily. I need to do a promo. I seriously want to do that promo where it was like the black fella from 300. And he's like, fresh Peinteingu will be delivered to you. daily. Like, be fucking brilliant. 10:30 would be the bollocks, right? Okay, right. We'll go 10:30. So Monday morning, I'll do a promo and then I'll do a fucking thing and shit. But so Monday through Thursday next week, I'll do Peinteingu from 10:30 to like what did that be then 1:30? Because I'm that retarded. I'm that slow that I can't even count 2 hours ahead from 10:30. Defender sip. Right. I had an idea actually that I wasn't gonna paint anything until Iron Man Bear showed up in the chat because I think that'd be hilarious. I just sit here and chill with the fucking boys, like chatting shit with a hilarious fucking half finished paint. Like, allow us to review what is currently happening in the painting. In the background, we have the island of Comoros, where the word Malaya means whore. So you want to be, pretty cautious where you use that shit. Hold on while I get French. Off the coast, we have some flotillas bobbing about in the ocean. So we have a polar bear due to some naval navigational issues has just been left with the helm of his ship. You know? For those who are viewing it on a small screen like myself, I sympathize because I can barely see anything. I can see shapes and colors and barely makes like obviously I can see the mountain and the sun and the fucking attack plane in the background and shit like. But the goblin is kind of just like a green smudge. The black bear with the sword really does look like some kind of grotesque creature out of a fucking 90s horror movie. You know, like a fucking like overgrown rat that they made out of like shaggy carpet and like a fucking reject from Robot Wars or some shit. Like, just remember Robot Wars. What a fucking show. Cautious Whore is my next band name. Cautious Whore. Oh, that's what my favorite like kind of comedy is like themes and stuff like what would be the names like then you name the album and then songs on the album like hi everybody, we're Cautious Whore and this is Always Keep a Blade on You. like,
when disaster strikes,
insurers help you. Fuck you.
But now,
claiming disaster strikes.
You rebuild.
How would you know? Indeed. Lesser than album type. Cautious Whore. Lesser than. Jesus Christ. That's kind of dark, Griff. I suppose that's what makes it funnier. I want a t-shirt that says Cautious Whore and just has a load of lads with like 80s metal hair. Oh fuck. I could paint that. I could paint like a lot of dudes that look like fucking Def Leppard or some shit like and like but like you know kind of like a mix between like a sad like a goth, an emo Def Leppard. What's an emo Def Leppard? Fucking like him. Fucking him's just like one guy though, isn't it? Well, he's the front man. I don't know. I know fuck all about music and bands. I just know songs that I like and like artists that I like. Ian Skeletor. Fuck. Is he? Yeah, fucking your man that was in Red Dwarf, um, Robot Wars with Craig Charles. He was in read it like before I even read the comment. I was still reading like the top line, and I was like, yeah, your man that's in Red Dwarf. He's no mate of yours. Black Scouts, like, yeah, the fucking like no way. Just like grow up together or some shit. Of course you know that nigga. Do you know I've never actually sat down to watch Red Dwarf? I must do that. I must actually do that. I'm watching the original Star Trek at the moment. And like I'm loving it because it's so fucking funny. Like it's so funny watching all the bitches walking around in fucking skirts and tights and stuff with the mad hair and all like on a supposed fucking like military ship. Like it's fucking brilliant. Like so funny. Like Vil Volo is the singer's name. Wow, the guy from him, Vil Valo. He's like he just had like he could have done The Crow. Like that's like you know when somebody says like oh you know your man from like the band Him, I just like think of that chap's face and then I immediately think of the movie The Crow because like that band is like that vibe. You get me? Like do you know like am I right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like that movie is that vibe. Like you know like depressed vampire like you know, that melancholy emo mascara ridden vampire nigga with fucking fishnets and like oh Jesus like and women loved that like oh my god he's gorgeous he's so dark like that movie fucking not movie what's that series what's that fucking series fucking oh what's it called Vampire Diaries. Them lads, the fucking smolder on them lads, all the fucking photos. You know, with the lips and the eyes and shit. Like, you got fucking makeup on. Like, it's so, like Twilight. Like, it's the gayest fucking, like, they really did just, like, fucking gayify everything. Like, come here to me, you bitches. I don't get me bitches out. I might not paint anything on, like, if I don't see Chris in the chat, if I don't see Iron Man Bear in the chat, I might not paint. Swear to God. There could be a part 6. I'm just doing this because I know Scouts loves the noise. You all need to hear the protocol. So you get your bitch, and then you dunk her head first into the water. Nice and deep, like. Past the hilt. Right? One may ask, like, where's the hilt on a bitch? But, like, that's a stupid question because like a bitch could be anything. I could be talking about a fucking pig. I could be talking about a car. You know, ain't no hilt on no car. You know, talking about brushes. Keep up, like, do you know what I mean? Paint. You swill her around a bit. Bit to the left, bit to the right, mainly to the right. You know. You don't want to be going left and then going right and then going left and then going right. Like, fuck that. Just pick a direction, you know? And then you take her halfway out and then you beat the shit out of her. And you take your royal rag and you get rid of the evidence. Simples. Right. Oh, just went over. Right. Time to mix some brown. I'm going to mix some brown because I'm working on the cart. El carte. Oh. Oh, that's very brown. You need to be a bit browner, though. A bit browner. Ooh. We're getting nice and brown in there. Oh shit, I still have lots of water. Drip, drip. There we go. These gouache, like seriously, these gouache colors are just so fucking potent. Potent painting goo. Nice. So we have this cart because it was one of the things that came out of the hat. What was it? Shorts, a cart. What was the other thing? And a sword. So the little Grabbler Goblin has a flag with shorts on it. You know, he's desperate. He's desperate to flee in the chaos that is the United States military delivering gravy to the island of Comoros. There's always grabblers that flee, and they are always wearing jorts. Okay. And we have our sword-wielding black bear and the polar bear that suffered a navigational error and lost his ship. I just quickly want to give that goblin eyes because his empty yellow eyes are just staring into my soul right now, and it's making me uncomfortable. And I don't want to be uncomfortable on my own stream. That's retarded. This little fucker is. How do I feel like he's staring at me when he's got no pupils? It's intimidating. I'm intimidated. Tiny bit. Just a tiny bit of paint on the brush. I mean, I'm doing pupils for fuck's sake. He definitely looks like, I don't know if you can tell, but he definitely looks like he's full of despair. I want to fix that sword as well, but I'll get around to it. I have a nigger to paint. Because he is a nigger. He's not just some, and I'm not calling him a nigger because he's black, but he definitely is a nigger. Because if he's with a lot of these off the island of Comoros, while the United States military delivers a lot of gravy in the form of bullets. This is a ragtag of villains, you know? These are not the guys that you want around. Kind of polar bear that needs a ship to get from place to place is a fag. Kind of black bear that looks like a fucking giant rat mixed between a carpet and a fucking, what was it, a reject from Robot Wars. I wouldn't trust this motherfucker as far as I could throw him. And judging by the size of him, I couldn't throw him very far. I'm only 5'11", you know? I may be staunch and hilarious and huge and gorgeous in many ways, but a whole ton of robot black bear covered in carpet, I don't know if I could handle that, to be quite honest. I'm an honest man. The grabbler I could kick around, no bother. And obviously you're not going to trust a fat goblin waving a fucking pair of jorts on a fucking flotilla off the coast of Africa, like. Oh. And we just decided that the last thing was just going to be a black lad eating a banana in a cart, you know, because I had to do a cart, you know. Or did I? Did I? Yeah, I did. I did have to. Did I have to do a cart eye? Apartheid? No, a cart eye. Right. So he's not going to be black, but he's going to be like pretty fucking black. So I'm going to take this brown and I'm going to black it up. I'm going to black it right up. Another thing I like about these gouache paints is I should like Turner Acro Gouache should just sponsor the fuck out of me, but like they never would, like, because I'm such a vulgar lunatic. Like brown, like Indian drinking water. Oh god, I like never want to go to India now. Like fucking stay in place. But you well know there's some places in India, like any place, like there's some places in India that are like fucking gorgeous. I've seen some places in China, man, that like look incredible. Like absolutely incredible. I might paint the cart a totally different color because I put like the black lad in a fucking brown cart. So like that was probably poor judgment on my part, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Mhm. Give him like proper, like nigger feet, like. Like I have to be accurate. Like I have to give them proper nigger feet. Like they have to be like massive pads of sandpaper. These huge splayed out toes from living in a jungle. That's racist. Okie dokie. Time to give this nigga his nana. Where's Polar Bear when you need him? Like, come on. We need one nigga in the chat, like. If we have one black lad in the chat, it makes it all okay. Where's Gypsy Bear? He counts as a nigger. I know I count as a nigger, but like I'm the one streaming. I'm gonna put like massive. I'm gonna put a huge white smile on this lad, like it's gonna look hilarious. I'm gonna change the color of the card though. I'll make it like. I'm gonna make it purple. I'm totally making it purple. Right. I'm like seriously trying to practice my like. This is how like not a professional artist I am. Like, I'm like, how do I get purple? Purple and fucking like pink and shit. I'm so bad at this. I need blue. That's what I need. Yeah, I need blue. There we go. It's hilarious because I love pre-mixing colors. So you'd think I'd be good at that by now, but like obviously I'm not. Like, not yet. But I will be. I'll get there. It's one of the things I actually want to get really good at. Is because I've seen this I don't know if it was a TikTok or a YouTube short or something, but it's class looking. It's like it's this old Asian dude, and he has this like incredible skill to just like look at the color of something and then just like match it, like totally match it down to the T in seconds, just by like hand mixing stuff and all. Like it's fucking crazy, man. I'm struggling to make blue right now, which is annoying me. I'm seriously struggling to make blue. The green I picked is like really strong. Welcome to Man Attempts to Peinteingu. I'm giving up. Where's my blue? Right. I really have to practice that shit. I refuse to buy a color wheel. Like I wanna just have it in my head. I want to just know how to do it, like just mix colors on the fly and be like, this does this, this makes this, and And it's like you can like neutralize colors with other colors and shit. It's crazy. If you really know what you're doing, it's like fucking crazy. Crazy cool. I'm gonna slap a bit of white in some phthalo blue. Make it a bit paler. Fucking lesbian hair blue. Fuck. Wetback red is still kind of my favorite, but lesbian hair blue was brilliant. I just like saying wetback red. I think I actually just like saying wetback. I think it's a hilarious thing. Blue yellow, red blue, cerulean blue. I love cerulean blue, but I'm not using that. I'm using phthalo blue right now. Really dark one. It's gorgeous looking. Brazil nuts. I've been watching old Sherlock Holmes movies and shy horror movies. There's always a painting that someone uses to stand by and be a voyeur. Yeah, with the eyes fucking like I should poke holes in the fucking thing, get a wishy to stand there one of the fucking streams and see if anyone notices the eyes move. Be fucking brilliant. Not the first time they were mistaken for turds. Jesus. Lesbian hair blue. Printerberu, welcome to Peinteingu. I knew there was a reason I was going back through the chat. I was like, someone else is here. Excellent. How are you, brother? Are you well? I must change the color of this cap. It is too brown. You cannot put a nigger in a brown card. You will not be able to find him. Where's my white? Where's my white? Phthalo blue is just like it's so rich. It's fucking gorgeous looking. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more white than that. Do you know what? We'll go with that for the moment though. It's such a nice colour. Paint. Peinteingu. Paint. Paint cart. Blue cart. Paint cart. Peinteingu. Painting me. Painting you. Get that bitch wet. I will like eventually figure out a way to just like throw on like normal tunes and shit because I would love to play like tunes like that I love that I know people like like tunes everyone loves and shit like and then do themes and stuff like I have like a lot of ideas for this shit like but it's early days like I like building things real slow. I like trying lots of different stuff. I was only doing that earlier on and fucking playing a game called No Man's Sky. It's like a space version of Minecraft. You can like mine resources, adventure around space, get your own spaceship, fucking like do all sorts of things like and like I love the base building in it is quality. Like there's so much stuff you can do. A few years ago, on my old profile, I spent like about a week. I built a cafe, like in the side of a mountain, like on the coast, and like it was fucking brilliant. Like me and my mate Luke went online at the same time, and And I was like, hold on, I'll show you what I built, like, and then he can like come to your planet and like see what you've done and shit, like, and the two of us like land on a landing pad I built beside my fucking structure and shit, and like go across the catwalk and all, and I was like, welcome to my cafeteria. It's fucking class, like, it's really cool. Like, it's one of those games that's like, it's one of the few games, unfortunately, that's like really focused around its community and stuff. Like, oh, it's fucking brilliant. Like, it's just like really chill game. Like, oh, it's so cool. Like, and the music in it is class. JF, is that you? Hold. Gotta get the brush wash for my ringtone. Just me fucking like, you fucking drown a bitch, you slap her around like, like fucking that going off in the middle of work, like, that'd be fucking brilliant. I want more white on that Taulo blue, because I want it to like, I want that car to be paler. There we go. I can't wait to like, I'm not gonna spill the beans, but I've showed it to Papa J because like me and him are working on it. But so like, the way Papa J's in charge of the fucking European bear merge. So he's asked me to design something, and I've designed something, and I'm still working on finishing it. Like, and then I'll have to get it scanned and shit. But you're gonna fucking love it. It's fucking class looking. I am quite proud of it. I have quite the pride about it. For you Canadians in the chat. But it would appear that, like, that could be a possibility in the future, which I would really be big into. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, designing merch for bears. Man, what an honor. It'd be fucking unreal, like, to be one of the people designing merch for this community. Like, that's what I just I do when I don't understand about people who like rag on the bears and shit. Like, and, like, I get it. Like, there's people out there who are just psychos and grifters and liars, like all that shit. I get that, like, but it's just like, you'd want to be some fool to not see the potential and the already present high quality like community. Like, it's just fucking like, this community fucking like gives me peace of mind. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you got like this community gives me hope. Like, it's not like just because I'm a bear, like, fucking like, and I'm not saying people say this, but like, I don't know if it is some kind of preconception or misconception that people have, where it's like, because we're in this community and this community is so great that like none of us like, have any like suffering or troubles or trauma and shit like that. Like, like, there's some days I feel very similar to what I used to feel like when I was depressed and suicidal a few years ago and stuff, like, and it is like, a lot of the time it is the fucking bear community that just makes me feel like, like you guys like keep, just by existing, you guys keep me in check, Like, there's times I haven't wanted to do Peinteingu. It'd be Friday night, it's late, I'm tired, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to sit here for 2 hours fucking doing what I already do and stuff like that. Like, you get in those moods and shit, like, but I do it anyway. Because I'm like, no, like fucking Scouts enjoys it, and like Sleep Deprived Bear enjoys it, and Demon Hunter Bear enjoys it, and like, I know more people are enjoying it. I'm like, no, like, if you guys want it and you actually like it, of course I'm gonna fucking do it, and I'm gonna keep fucking doing it. Like, and that is what gets me to do it. Is like, oh, you guys actually like it? All right, cool, yeah, fuck it, I'll keep it up. Like, I literally just got handed this ball. Like, I was like, here you go. Like, you should do this. Like, all right, I'll do it. Yeah, and it's just like it's just snowballed out of control. Like, hasn't even started yet. Like, I have all sorts of ideas for like merch and shit. Like, you know, I don't know if I tell you the fucking Defandana idea I had, where I want to do a load of these in like black and green, like my profile pic, and I want to call them Defandanas. I think they'd be fucking deadly looking. Yeah, you would fuck it. You would like, yeah, you'd let it ring while you're walking and all. Like, be fucking brilliant. Next step for this amazing stream is to be an UATV. Going to push on for it. Well, like, it's like only if I don't think I'm worthy of UATV. Do you know what I mean? Like, UATV is for people who are like real fucking serious and like, you know, like genuinely crushing in such a way that like the system kind of like attacks them and stuff. Like, bro, like there's 4 people here. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm nothing, you know. And I don't really want to be something. Do you know what I mean? I just want to have fun. Like, I just want to have fun, nigga. Like, but I know I'm already putting up with like tiny amounts of it. Like, do you know what I mean? People being like, "Oh, like what a loser," and all this shit. I'm like, really? Me? Jesus Christ! Like, fair enough. Like, do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like, they come for everyone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Papa J gets bad. Like, you know, because he's just brilliant to fucking like, no, you're wrong. Like, he's got that like autistic level of like just right and wrong and like, you know, loyal, and like I'm kind of like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can be loyal to a fault. I can be loyal to a fault. That kind of bloke where like, you know, like I can get like really like amped up and like, you know, in the moment and shit. Like, I'm a redhead, like, do you know what I mean? Like, so like I'm one of them lads that like takes his top off and it's like, let's fucking go, like, because I love it. I love the excitement. I love the chaos. I love all that like shit. But like, what I hate is like seeing like, you know, people I like being hurt and like and all that stuff. Because I am a nice guy and I have a big heart and shit. Like, you know, so there's this like juxtaposition of like perfectly capable of violence, love violence. Like, one of the reasons why I'm capable of violence is because I love violence and like and all that shit. Like sometimes there's nothing I'd rather do than like, you know, fucking just scrap. Like, you know, but under the right circumstances and for the right reasons. You know, like, I'm not one of these lads that's just like fucking like I'm the last thing from going out looking for a fight. Do you know what I mean? Because I know what a fight, like a real fight, is just out in the streets. Like, you know, that's potential death. Like, you know, it's mad seeing how other people operate and what other people hold to be like high in value and shit. And then like knowing how I feel and shit. Like, and that's why another reason I love this community so much is because I resonate with the same values. You know, I don't give a fuck about the money. I don't give a fuck about like, and that is a problem. I don't care about money to the point where like I don't make money. Like, you need to make money. Like, I'm one of them niggas. Like, I'm like a fucking hermit. Like, you know, like outside society kind of fucking like, what's going on? Oh, like, all right, like I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm in my own little world. Like, and I love it. Right, let's get back to painting this nigger. A sip of my agua. I think the cart is looking way better than it was. And now we can we can write some shit on it. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back into this beautiful dark brown. Oh, there's a bit of blue in there now. Oh shit. Oh shit. I've tainted it. Oh, that's kind of nice actually. That's kind of nice. Yeah. That's actually, yeah, that's more of a nigger brown than a, like, you know, like he was like, you know, proper like Kenyan jogger brown, but now he's like a bit heavier, you know. We give him a belly before we give him his banana. I fucking love bananas, which is hilarious because I used to fucking hate them. Well, not hate them. You know, it's not like I had it out for bananas. But it was like one of those foods that I just I just disliked. And now I really like them. And do you know what's funny? Do you know what got me into bananas? Banoffee. Banoffee pies. I was like, I fucking have such a sweet tooth that I'm like, you know, give me the cake, give me the cream and the chocolate and the caramel and the biscuit and the but there's banana in there. You don't like banana? I don't care. Give me the fire. You know, bananas are okay. Like, that's how I operate. Like I can change my mind rapidly given different info, like, you know what I mean? Like, or new info, like, or a different perspective on something, like. But I don't know how people can't be like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I'll never forget that fucking. There was like a lesson that our religion teacher like did with us one day. Real basic and like profound when you're young and coming up and learning things and all. And she just like held up the duster for the fucking blackboard, and you know, like, she's at the top of the class, so we're all facing her, but we're all like, you know, spread out because there's like about 20. It was mad. There was only 5 lads and the rest of them were girls. It's gas. Like, if you wear it like me and you were like really good with girls young, my skill was great. Like, the ratio was way out of proportion. Like, but it's because it was an Irish speaking school, like, do you know what I mean? And a lot of like rich lads, like, fucking. Anyway, but what was I even saying? Oh yes, she holds up the duster, and it was about perspective. She like because she asked the person on the left, on the far left. I was like, "What do you see?" And she's like, "You know, you see," because she held the duster like in such a way that if you're over there, you'd only be able to see the wooden part, and if you're over here, you could only see the duster part. And she was like, "Oh, you can only see this, and you can only see this, right? So that's because you're coming from that direction. Like, you know, you would have to move over there to see this side of it and get the full picture and shit, like, you know. But then obviously you can make the argument that no, I can just go over and pick the thing up and, like, you know, manipulate it. I don't have to be over there and blah blah. Like, but it is a fascinating, like, because I thought it was profound because like I started looking at everything like that, where I was like that's why I'm not religious, because I see religions essentially people arguing over like semantics. That's essentially what I see religion as, is people arguing over the semantics of spiritualism or spirituality. It's like they all fundamentally say the same thing, just in a different way, like, you know. That's why I love talking about like how much like stories are like just the concept of a story is so powerful. That's why narrative is so powerful. Like, do you know what I mean? So like, it makes total sense to me that you'd have all these gods who like have all these powers and do all these things and blah blah. Like I have a theory that this, like, the realm we're in right now could actually be the result of like just a master alchemist who knows how to like terraform and shit, and like we're in a technically artificial part of the realm that was built by, and that's why everything's so fucked up, is because we're not actually living in the natural world. We're living in like someone's really advanced greenhouse or farm, you know. Anyway, I was going to get the fan out to get this to dry, but because it's gouache, it's nearly done already. That's what I love about this shit. There's so many aspects of the gouache that I truly love. I have to get my white, a bit of white. Just a dab of white. This chap's gonna have like a fucking big ass grin on him. Like, I'm not even playing. Like this chap's just gonna have like, "Hello, my name is Jamal. I am from Comoros." It's seriously so funny watching fucking World's Toughest Prisons there the other day, and like it was about a prison in Ukraine, and they have one black prisoner, and his name's Johnny, and he like does karaoke for them and all. Like, yeah, I said it on the last stream, but it's seriously one of the funniest things. They're like, "I am from Cameroon. Yes, I killed my ex-girlfriend because I found her with another man. Yes, I'm now in the Ukraine, living the life in the prison. Yes, I have to get back to my mother." I'm so positive about life and all. Like, it's like fucking in a rundown Ukrainian jail because he murdered his missus because she was fucking someone else. Like, and he's all smiles. Like, oh, I wish I could be like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I find it so hard to be like that. Like, people wrong me, I want to fucking string them up. Like, oh fuck! I've thought about it many times. Like, I would like, I've said it before. Like, I would be a hilarious, but probably not like I'd be a good king, but like not great because like it'd be a bit messy. Like, but it'd be really fun and hilarious. There would be many clips, many memes. Are you about it like my stream, this, or like the community in general? Because I think it's like both. I do feel it. I feel like Peinteingu is gonna become like a thing. And I thought it was going to be a thing when I was doing it like a while. I was like, this could be a thing. Like people like this stuff. Like, so I am honored. I am honored to be the one at this thing. It is hilarious. Like, it does allow me to just like dive into my ego. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I love the whole like I want to come up with a backstory for Defenderu, like this character. You know, like I want to come up with a backstory of like, you know, like I briefly did a really shitty one, just like, you know, ad libbed like from a mountain and like thousands of years ago. And I basically stole the whole fucking like Samurai Jackson thing, like, you know, long ago. It's well, UATV had Barcelona Life on it. This is well better. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's fucking true. Oh yeah, those are the sort of comments you want to see, nigga. Those are the sort of comments you want to see. It's hard. Like I remember seeing, like it can be. Like I find it. Like I remember saying that to a friend of mine. Like we hadn't seen each other for a while, and then we like met up. Well, we didn't meet up. We just bumped into each other. And I remember saying, I was like, being real is hard. Like it's hard to be real. You know, it's hard to be real. Like, you know, because like being real is being honest and being genuine. And being honest and being genuine, you come across like it's polarizing. It's naturally polarizing. And all these people react negatively to it, and then all the other people react positively to it, like, you know, and it can be jarring when certain people react certain levels of negative to it, like, but it's not being real in any given moment that's actually the difficult thing. It's staying real. It's being consistently real your whole life. That's why we admire it so much when we see it in other people. When you see someone who's just like just being real all the time and like enjoying it and not being negative. Like Gypsy Bear always has a smile in his face. Scout Bear always has a smile in his face. As far as I can tell, fucking Demon Hunter Bear always has a smile in his face. But like, there's moments, like, some of you may have noticed, Defender Bear. There's times where I'm just not around online. Like, you won't see me in chats and like I won't post up for a while. I don't interact with people when I'm in a bad mood. I know better. Like, if I'm feeling down, or if I feel like I'm in the type of mood that I can't fully discipline my emotions in, I'll reduce my interaction with other people because I don't want to bring my shit to them. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's weird because like I'm the opposite of that with other people. Like, I'm always telling people like, talk to me, like what's wrong with you and shit. Like it's mad the way that like it's like being able to take compliments. Like I was so bad at taking compliments. People be like, "Oh, you're really good." I'd be like, "I'm terrible. Fuck off. I'm so bad." Like I legit said that to a young one in fucking art class one day, and we were just like doodling and shit. Like the teacher gave us a team, and like we went off like, and I'm there drawing this like statue thing. It was like a pair of statues. One was like an angel, and one was a demon. It was like holding up my name because that was the thing. You're supposed to like do a graffiti thing of your name, and I'm there doodling it away, and a girl I like really fancied at the time came over, and she was like, "Oh, that's really good." And I like just instinctively, like without missing a beat, was like, "Fuck off!" I immediately went like, "Fuck off! It's shit." And you can see in her face, she was like, "Oh, sorry," like, like, because I didn't know how to like, I didn't know how to be like, "Oh, like, nice one," like, you know what I mean? Like, just didn't know how to be cool about it. Like, I was like, "No, it's terrible. I'm so bad at this." Oh fuck! And then for a while, I like blamed me dad for that shit, because like I would think back to my childhood where I would like doodle all the time. I'd like come up with characters and like um draw all sorts of things, and I was always playing with Lego, and like me and my ma would like make little houses and stuff like, and I'd show them to me dad. I'd come over and I'd be like, what you think, like, and he'd never be like, "Oh, that's great, well done." It was always he didn't. I'd give it to him, and he'd be like, "You need to improve X, Y, and Z. Keep it up." Like he was like a fucking like he was like a sensei instead of a dad. Like, oh, he's a fucking gas character. Like, it's funny. Like, I've been thinking lately that like I actually do kind of, because me and my dad used to chat a lot. We used to like bro out and nerd out kind of like a lot, and we don't do that anymore. Like, because it's just like we got to that stage where I was like, "Oh my god, I think you're in gobshite," like, And then like I was like already there. I was already in that state of mind before COVID and all even happened. Like, so imagine how I felt when COVID happened. Like, God, it's fucking, and it's hard. Like, it's hard. Like when you have like a good, like, a good relationship with a parent, despite like lots of like shit that's happened and trauma and stuff like that. Like, it's hard to get to a point where like with your father as his son and be like, "Oh, I just like I can't communicate with you anymore because when I communicate with you, like it infuriates me," which you could easily say is like my problem, like, do you know what I mean? But that's what, like, when I turned around to him, it was actually like, it wasn't long after we moved here, and I rang him up and I was like, "I don't hate you." I'm there like crying and shit, like, "I don't hate you. I don't hate you." Because I knew that's what he thought. I knew he was under the impression that like his son hated him, like, but that wasn't the case. There's a difference between a vast, poignant disappointment and hate. There is a great benefit to increasing one's vocabulary so that you can articulately and accurately describe your thoughts and like what you're trying to say and shit, like, and like what you're trying to say and shit, like, I love both though. Like, I love being vulgar and love slang, and I also love like speaking as if like as if you're gilded in gold, like, fucking, like, I loved watching Spartacus and 300 for that shit. Like, Spartacus the show was brilliant for that shit. What was that fucking line that Bat Yata says when that fucking blonde bitch walks in? It's like, The serpent walketh upright. Like, what was it? The serpent walketh upright, as if human, like, or some shit. Like, some of his one-liners in that show, fucking brilliant. Like, just the way they speak and all, like, fucking Jupiter's cock. Oh, what was it like? One of them's like plowing as one of his servants out. It's such a dark scene, but it's like hilarious as well as dark. Where he's like plowing this like beautiful servant girl, and he's like this ugly local business dude or some shit, like, all much older, like just not good looking at all. Like, there's another servant in the background, like a young fella in the background, and he's like, Bacchus, place cock and ass, I would finish. And the camera is like, you see the look on your one's face. She's like, oh my god, please just like get this over with. Like, it's so real, like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what was entertaining about it. It's like that's more than likely probably what it was like. You just have these scumbags with all this power over people. Like, horrible shit would happen. Like, horrible shit happens now. Like, that's what annoys me. Like, it annoys me about people who go on. Like, it's probably not just me, but overly positive people do my fucking nut in. Like people who like not people like Johnny, the black fella who was in prison in Ukraine for killing his girlfriend. Like, people who are just smiley and positive, I love them. I love them people. But people, plural of peoples, people who are just overly positive, like, all the time, it does my fucking head in. Like, right, we'll finish strong with less talking and more tunes. We're about to get retro in this bitch. Well, I paint a banana, Defender Burke. Know what time it is? You know what time it is. It is time for Raving Goo. Fucking tunes, boy. This brings me back to when I was in my mother's womb. Right. Paint banana. Stop ranting. I know the nigger in the cart is currently naked. That's a naked nigger. Just like some lad on the beach on the island. Look, Ma, there's a naked nigger. I wouldn't be surprised if I kept like a guard show up in my house, because the neighbors are like, "What the fuck is he doing?" I'll just answer the door like this, like, sure. What? Streaming? Ever seen Bob Ross? Like, what's wrong with you? Oh, we heard there was some hate speech comments made. Like, fuck off. What are you, racist? Yes. Right, paint. Less moshing, more painting. I need like a Tarzan nappy color. There we go. I attained Tarzan nappy color in seconds. I'm getting better at this. Needs to be a bit lighter though. In the chat, offensive names for colours. I want more of them. I'm gonna make a list. Lesbian hair blue, wetback red. Well, there was another one, wasn't there? I love this bit. Gotta get them wolves. I'll put sandals on him. I'll give him sandals. Well, I've got me brown out. I'll give him sandals. Woo! The jorts need a bit of work, don't they? We sleep and we dream. I seriously love this playlist. It's fucking sick. So glad I just randomly found it. Like. I have to wait for that nigga's mouth to dry so I can like give him actual teeth and shit. What's the time? Got half an hour. Nice. Yeah, because I want to do one. I have more work to do on the plane as well. Where is it going? Oh yeah, and I want to change. I actually like. Yeah, I want to totally like overhaul the sword that the bear has because the thing looks terrible. How about I get in the chat? Getting hot in here. Woo! All this painting's making me sweat. Just being this much of a god on screen makes me sweat. What are the people saying? I agree with Scouse. Put it on a t-shirt. I'd wear that on a t-shirt. I agree with Scouse. Now after this, go out in the garage and hang some sheetrock. Wait, is that what you guys call felt? Sheetrock? That like the stuff you put on sheds, like as a roof? We call it felt here. You call it sheetrock? That makes sense. Because it is like a sheet of like really hard material. Yeah, it's all about what you can do. It's all about what you can do and why you're doing it. That's where I'm at. It's like what you actually capable of and why do you employ your capabilities, you know? Like I can hold conversations for like hours and like go deep into subjects. Like I have the intellect to like understand complex systems and shit. I'm really good at like game theory. I'm almost like I'm pretty good at pretty much anything I put my hand to, bar a few random things. Like think of anything from snooker to carpentry to archery to like anything with your hands or hand-eye coordination or manual dexterity, any of it, like, and like martial arts is included in that, like. So like this is why I looked at it like before. I was like, fucking ads on my stream. How fucking dare you? If we were like, if the grid did go down and it was like proper apocalypse, like level shit, and like we had to like actually live in a little village together and shit, I was like, what would I be able to provide? Well, I can teach people how to fight to an intermediate level. I can teach people how to keep fit to an intermediate level. I'm proficient in carpentry, and I'm like a novice in like electricals. And then like I have knowledge of arts, which also includes like basic alchemy and like basic like geometry and shit. Like I'm a handyman. I'm like the definition of like, that's what I prefer the term toolist. Like I love tools. Do you know, like, but I'm not a specialist. Like I love being able to do lots of different shit. And then like, you know, do this stuff that Owen's on about, like skill stacking. It's like you can do like these 10 things. So now you can make this thing that actually requires knowledge of those 10 different things. It's cool. Like it's very similar to how like role-playing games work in video games and shit with like skill trees. And like some skills are only available if you have other skills, you know? Ugh. Add a little eggplant brown into there. I should put an eggplant in somewhere. That fucking painting I sent to Joe Gagan, the one of like Shaka Zulu, was fucking hilarious. He had like a fucking a terrified looking eggplant on his head. Like it was so funny. Banoffee is the Hawaiian pizza of desserts. You can keep it. Thanks, James. You not like banoffee, no? Fucking love banoffee. It's delicious. My family tree has had a few of the scouts. Apple pear tree being the most successful. That's hilarious. Religions are just different interpretations of the same story. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. I see all religions of just like you could boil it down to so you have sun worshippers, you have death worshippers, you have technology worshippers. So your death worship is like Satanists. It's like anti-creation. Your sun worshippers are like creationists, but they're like idolizing what is essentially like you don't even know. I don't think it's a fireball. I think it's a focus point of light. You know when you get a magnifying glass and you focus the light and you can like incinerate an ant. I think the sun is like a focus point of light hitting the firmament. I could be wrong. Like maybe it is a giant floating orb of like energy or something like. But I've seen. I don't know if you could look it up. Obviously you could probably look it up, but I don't know how you would look it up. I don't know like what you type in. But it's not a machine. It's more like an apparatus. Basically, this guy built this thing that can focus light into a point, but it's weird. It's like the hottest point isn't actually where the light hits. It's like in between. It's like the middle. And like you can seriously put like rock in front of this and it like melt it. That's how fucking hot it is. And all it is glass like focusing sunlight. And you can like melt rock with this shit because it like focuses it all into like a pinprick point. It's like something to do with like 2 points of light like hitting each other and shit. Like I'm not sure how it works apart from like similar to the Egyptian mirrors where you just like angle it all and it all bounces. But like they angle it in such a way that it all converges in one location, and like you could just pass your hand in front of it like and it fucking like annihilate your hand. Like, or you could leave a rock in front of this thing and it like melt through the rock and shit. Like I think that could be what the sun is. I think the sun could just be this like focused point of light, and that like that's where all the inner earth like Agartha theories come from. Is where like there's somewhere in the realm there's like a hole in the center maybe, and like there's actually like a sun in the hole that's like projecting light onto the firmament in kind of like projector hologram kind of way and shit. Like from what I know of like how stuff works, like in front of me, like stuff I've built and then stuff I've studied and stuff, and like I think that's how this realm works. Like it's just like it's on the one hand way more simple than they let on, and at the same time vastly more complicated and interesting than they've said it is. For all we know, all of this could just be the dream of the Godhead. Drop the beat to that one. Yeah, I don't know about the dream stuff. I've told you to get off my stream 1,000 times. I don't know about the dream stuff. Like, it's interesting and cool, and it does make sense because of like what little we know of how consciousness works and stuff like. But my ego doesn't like the idea of all of us being in a dream state, because my ego wants this to have more of a like, no, this is my experience and this is me and these things are mine. But when I think about it logically, I'm like, no, that actually could be a reality, that like we are this like projection of a consciousness in this, weird vibration or frequency or whatever, like, and then dying is like an exit from that into something else and shit, like, and that's what I really do like because of how comedy works, and you look at how we treat death for the most part, like especially in the West, I think it's really likely that like dying is like amazing. Like dying is supposed to be this like just this unbelievable, like finally I'm dead, like you know what I mean, like and then you die here, and like the next thing is like fucking like amazing, like you know what I mean. It's like literally like level 2, like you know what I mean. Like oh my god, this is amazing. Like I think it could be that, like you know what I mean, which makes sense because when you look at like how inverted everything is, and they're like, oh, death, fear death, and all this shit. It's like it would make total sense that like dying is like fucking awesome. Like, and then you look at the Vikings and all that. Like, I cannot wait to get to Valhalla. Like, you know, like will today be the day? Like, you have like a calendar on the wall. Like the Catholic version is in glorious Technicolor though. Oh, stop! Like. I only seen a clip of that thing there the other day when like the circus went and like met the Pope and shit, and he's just sitting there in the chair like fucking ridiculous. African people are mostly untrustworthy in my country. Like it's like I not like my younger sister is with a black fella and he's Muslim. He's a fine young fella, get along with grand, like and she had a load of black friends, and like I had a few black friends growing up, like, and the ones you make friends with, the ones you get to know, like great people, lovely culture, cook amazing smelling food. Like you walk in, you'd be like, oh my god, what is that? Like chicken curry, something like It's like, but there is also the other side of it where you have all these groups of black teenagers who are just like not worse than the scumbags we have, but different in such a way that it makes everything worse. It's like that's what the sense is with most people. Like I'd say most people would agree to that, regardless of your political stance or whatever. Foreigners coming into the level that they are coming in all of these countries just makes all the problems that the country had in the first place exponentially worse. Which makes sense because that's why they do it. They're like, oh, this country has the potential to collapse if we do X, Y, and Z. And if it has the potential to collapse, we have our crisis. And if we have our crisis, we can then provide a solution. There you go. So like it all really does make perfect sense why all this stuff happens the way it happens, because they're like, all right, well, how do we get in there? We can't just like show up on the coast in boats and start shooting. I mean, we could, but we know that's not going to work. So how do we do what works? Okay, well, it starts small. It starts with like a movement. It starts with something like, the group that becomes Black Lives Matter. It starts with those little cliques online, like chat rooms who get together, and then you have your like sleeper agents and guys who are actually paid to get people like that congregating, so groups like that come about, and then they drive them like off a cliff, It's fascinating. It's fascinating to witness and to try and understand the levels to which these people will go to manipulate other people around them to manifest the reality that they want, And it's like, how fucked up is that when you think about it just on a base level? Because like when you're a kid, you don't want to manipulate anyone around you to get the reality you want. The reality you're experiencing is fantastic enough as it is, because everything's new and amazing. It's only when you get older, everyone starts to like try and make a living. Like even that term, I need to make a living. You're alive. You don't need to make a living. You're alive. Like that shit gets to me. Like, words mean things. Anyway, now I need another sip because I'm just ranting. These fucking streams are like 2 hours long each. Sometimes they're 3 hours long, and like there's just gonna be like episode 1 polar bear, episode 2 black bear. Like I I paint this much in 2 hours. Oh. I said it though. Like I don't see Iron Man Bear in the chat. I don't see Chris in the chat. So there's not a lot of painting happening. Unless somebody else wants to do the thing where they start counting how long it's been since I put fucking paint on the canvas. Best Aku voice ever. I doubt it, but thank you. Like a fucking, you know when you don't know what you sound like. I went back and listened to it, and I was like, oh, that is actually really close. Like, and then I went back and watched the intro, so I knew what the whole thing was. Like, and now I can't fucking remember. Like, long ago. I can't. It's just gone. Like, a foolish samurai wielding a magic sword. Step forth to oppose me. Before the final blow was struck, I flung him into the future. It's such a good intro. And his voice is amazing. Like, fucking, it must be one of the, it has to be one of the voice actors, like, who just does loads of shit on Cartoon Network. Because I know, I can, like, hear him in, like, Powerpuff Girls and stuff and other shit, like, you know. Gallows meme, first time scouts. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with this. Lego's amazing. Lego is like such a cool thing to get your kids into, like, you know, because like I did know how to like build a wall and like section shit off and like construct stuff and all, like brilliant, like. A gobshite is Irish for someone that talks Shiite. I used to have so many Star Wars Legos as a kid. Legos are the shiznit. Oh yeah, man. Like I gave all of my stuff to fucking let me know if the tunes go down so low you can't hear them, and I'll bring them back up a bit. But my voice is, I can feel my throat starting to go, like. Yeah, I gave all of my Lego to like one of my cousins, and I was sad to see it go. Like, just like bags and bags of Lego, like Lego Technic, like retro Lego, fucking the Bionicle stuff. The Bionicle stuff was fucking deadly. They had some really cool models, like. You didn't have Star Wars models are like a new, like they're a recent addition to all the Star Wars like franchise stuff. Like the Star Wars Lego stuff is fucking amazing and ridiculously expensive. Yeah, I love the Clone Trooper gunship. The Clone Trooper gunship is the one with the balls on the side of it that are laser cannons that like they can move and shit, and then it has like the two big main blasters and all. Like they're deadly. I used to love playing as them in Star Wars Battlefront. Like when you get a kill streak and you can get in one of those things, like they're fucking devastating, like, and they're really cool looking. And like those are one of those things where like you see it in the movie and like the sound of it, the look of it, and then what they show it doing and stuff just like all fits really nice into a package. It's just really cool. Like the fucking Firefly ship things in the Dune movie, I thought they were fucking deadly. The way they're like flapping their wings and all, and then like they're like, right, we're gonna dive, and they just stop and tuck and just, it is fucking class. Like, you lucky bastard, seen the price of the Millennium Falcon? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Star Wars Lego is like gold. It's crazy. I'll fucking start war with you. I have a fucking whole war with you right now on fucking YouTube. You put another fucking ad on my screen. You fucking fuck. About $2,000 for a diamondback mongoose. Yeah, like it's crazy. They have Lego guns and all. Like you can get a Lego AK and like a Lego M4 and stuff like that, and they're cool. They have like they fire shit and all. Like, you know, like they're deadly. Like take you hours to build, really intricate, but they're like really expensive. But it kind of makes sense because like the thought that goes into those things, like how to build that, like the engineering behind that shit, like. Regnig Redneck white. Redneck white would be a good one. Regnig white is probably tan. Yeah, like you get fucking you hold on. Hold on a sec. Fucking like I'll do a color like this and call it redneck white for fucking sunburn. Like, I like that's if I was gonna do my own series of paints, you know, that's what I swear to God, that is what I'll do. If I ever make my own line of paints and brushes, they will like the only reason you'll buy them is because they're well, one, they're high quality, like they're high quality, but two, the packaging and the names just be hilarious. I could come out with a line of brushes called bitches. The bitch brushes, like it'd be fucking brilliant. Like instead of like number 1 and 2 and 3 all through 12 for the sizes and shit, it just says big bitch, little bitch, letter writing bitch, chisel bitch, fat bitch, flat bitch, flat chested bitch. The fan bitch. Oh God, I've got 8 minutes left. I want to finish this cigarette. My throat. I'm gonna need to start like getting a pint of honey like before I do these fucking streams. I need to give the nigga his mouth before before the stream ends. Need to give this nigga his mouth. That fucking white is still not completely dry. It's too fucking watery. That's what's wrong with it. It's not gooey enough. That chap's got such a gammy smile. That's the gammiest looking smile I've ever seen. Eee! Banana. Oh, he looks psychotic. Will I give him an afro or will I leave him bald? If I give him an afro, I'll actually have to make it a different color so it doesn't just blend in with the bear. So maybe I won't. I did want to fucking. That's funny. Like I'm like gonna wrap the stream up in a few minutes, and I'm like, oh, like I didn't get to the painting stuff that I wanted to get to. Fuck, quick. I need to make that white more chalky. I'm just gonna get the white on here, so when I come back on Monday, I can make this stuff like proper bright. I think one day I'm actually just gonna do like a whole load of battleships and planes and stuff. Defend the book. Because I actually really enjoy painting that stuff. Like gun emplacements and tanks and all. Right. I need to catch up with the chat. Tunes are banger. Oh, they're fucking deadly, aren't they? Like seriously, I love the playlist that I found for the stream, and that's what I had it going for ages. But then like they did something with the internet or in the town, where they like put up new polls and did shit or whatever. And my phone, because I was doing everything off the mobile data, my phone would just like lose all access to the internet for like varying periods of the day, and then my connection would be terrible for like 15, 20 minutes at a time or some shit. So it didn't have the bandwidth to connect to the speaker, play YouTube, and run the stream at the same time. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and get internet and all that. So I did. And here we are. And Peinteingu is fresh and new and gooey. I was just thinking I wanted more yellow feverish tunage. Yellow fever is a good paint name. Yeah, like dengue, like call it fucking like dengue or like. I was coming up with disgusting ones. I wasn't coming up with funny ones. Like I was like, what was the one? I was like, toe fungus yellow or some shit. Like felt no interior crop cheaper than plaster. Oh, okay. Interior crap cheaper than plaster. Okay. Is that an ad I hear on my stream? How fucking dare you? Your boss painting you did for Jowski proper. Oh, the one fucking the Shaka Zulu one was hilarious. There's just a big black nigga with fucking leopard print on him and the fucking eggplant like on his head and shit. Oh, so funny. Like, vitrification, Archimedes. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, probably spelled it wrong. Alleged to you. Clown Trip or Gunship, my goodness, you lot were spoiled. Hunsky, we had actual Lego. I used to make galleons. Oh man, I'd love a Spanish galleon made out of Lego. Fucking deadly looking. Yeah, Gamma Hives, like, that's all they are, man. You know? It's like, I love the way fucking Owen has done everything and just like, you know, confronted them and like done the way he's done it. And it's like they'll claim something and he's like, right, now I have to fucking do this now, blah blah. Like that's how you should just like nip it in the bud, like, you know. It's still like witnessing the behavior of some of them. You're like, dear God, like it's like before joining the Bears, I knew there was fucked up people. But then I joined the Bears, and the people who hate the Bears are some of the most fucked up people I've ever come across. Like, what the fuck? Like, Bionicles were sick. Bionicles were fucking deadly. I had shelves of them. Yeah, it's a pity you and your parents just kind of throw that shit away. Thankfully, like I said, I gave mine to my cousin and stuff, so it's still in the family somewhere. The gunship was over fucking powered in Jedi Starfighter, yeah. It's kind of overpowered in everything because like of just what it's capable of, like, you know. Bitch brushes are a boss idea. Pimp painting. You want to paint like a pimp? Oh man, how funny would it be if I did blackface and dressed up like a pimp? I would do that. I swear to God. I'd end up on UATV in a fucking heartbeat if I did that. I did blackface and put a proper pimp hat with the feather and the fur on the fucking collar and shit and the big shades and just be like, yo, welcome to pimp painting. Like, this cracker ass nigga here, this cracker square nigga here, I'm about to put a beautiful amount of pimp painting on this cracker ass canvas for you now. Yeah, boy. I should actually do that. Is it possible that Peinteingu will result in many different painters? Like Defenderu will like have many different characters. Like there'll be the samurai painter, and then the pimp painter, and then the another like fucking, I don't know. We'll think of a third one. No fro required. Sounds like something that you'd read on a box when you bought a black toy or some shit. Like fro not included. Oh god. Right, we got 1 minute left. Pimpingu! Exactly. Oh, I have a feeling that's going to happen. Right, I'm going to leave it there. It's exactly 2 hours. My voice is starting to rock, and I'm hungry. I will see you Monday morning. So I won't see the American lads, probably. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Let me know. I'll see you on Telegram or some shit. But this has been Peinteingu. I have been Defenderu. And you have been a bunch of mortaloo. Right. Lovies and leavies. God bless. Have an excellent weekend. Do amazing things. Say the truth. Believe in beauty. Do shit. Be one with the universe. And I'll see you soon.
Defender bear out.